Was Khabib Nurmagomedov truly the unbeatable force we all believed him to be? Or was his undefeated record padded with fights against struggling opponents? Today, we're diving into the controversy surrounding Khabib's legacy. From facing fighters on losing streaks to the critics who argue he might have been overrated. Buckle up, fight fans. As we unravel the truth behind Khabib Nurmagomedov's reign in the octagon. Khabib Nurmagomedov was born in Dagestan, Russia. He's a retired mixed martial artist who made a huge impact in the UFC. Known for his impressive grappling skills and undefeated record, Khabib quickly rose to fame, becoming one of the most dominant fighters in the lightweight division.
Alhamdulillah, tomorrow night I'm gonna smash your boy, guys. I'm gonna smash your boy.
Now, Khabib's 29-0 record is impressive, there's no denying that. But let's not stop at the number, let's take a deeper look at his journey. Khabib only had 13 fights in the UFC. Now, he did face big opponents such as Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, and Conor McGregor, but he also had fights against opponents that were questionable. Khabib's pro debut was against Vucel Bayramov, whose record was 0-1. He also fought Magomed Magomedov, who had a record of 0-1 as well, but it didn't stop there. He faced Ramazan Kurbanismailov, whose record was 0-1, Saeed Ahmed, who was 0-1, and Vitaly Ostrovsky, who was 0-1. Notice the pattern? Many fans called out Khabib for having a padded record, and besides three big names, he was fighting soup can. Fans often question his retirement as well. Khabib was about 33 years old when he retired, which is questionable, and his reasoning being that he had promised his mother that he would no longer fight after the passing of his father, who was also his coach and a significant influence in his life.
Today, I want to say it was my last fight. And no way I'm gonna come here without my father. It was first time when...
Now, many of us respect that, but there were some fights that we would have loved to see, such as McGregor vs. Nurmagomedov 2, Poirier vs. Nurmagomedov 2, and in an interview, Khabib even got asked if he would ever fight Kamaru Usman. Khabib didn't like that question and stated he wants to stay at 155 instead of moving up to 170. Which is quite understandable. Some fans have even said that he avoided Nate Diaz and Tony Ferguson because he knew he wouldn't be undefeated. Now, in 2015, Nate Diaz and Khabib had a rather odd encounter. This incident took place at the World Series of Fighting in 2015, where Khabib was watching his brother fight on the same night as Jake Shields, a friend of the Diaz brothers. Nate Diaz stated that when he ran into Khabib and his team at the World Series, he was standing there watching Jake, his friend, fight, and they took a group picture with him behind them, just to laugh at him, make fun of him. Diaz also stated that he slapped Khabib in the face for making fun of him, and said Khabib did nothing. Although all this went down, according to Dana White, former lightweight contender Nate Diaz turned down a fight with Nurmagomedov. Nurmagomedov was scheduled to fight Diaz's teammate and friend Gilbert Melendez at UFC 170 on February 22, 2014. Nevertheless, the Nurmagomedov vs. Melendez fight fell apart. Following this, Nate Diaz was roped in as a replacement fighter to face Khabib Nurmagomedov. This fight too didn't come to fruition, however, as Diaz turned down the fight. Ahead of UFC 170, a Twitter user suggested that UFC should book a fight between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Nate Diaz. The suggestion was made in January 2014 and was immediately shot down by Dana White. White indicated that most fighters in the UFC lightweight division were refusing to face Nurmagomedov, tagging the Twitter user as well as Nurmagomedov and Diaz in a tweet. White stated, besides his beef with Nate Diaz and, well, Conor McGregor, Khabib has always been a respectable fighter and doesn't like to make things personal with his opponents, which is why many people support him as a fighter and why many fans love his attitude toward the sport. What do you guys think about Khabib Nurmagomedov? Was he one of the best undefeated champions in the UFC? Or was he overrated and had easy fights set up for him? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. And don't forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.